Good morning. This is just a little preamble to this quick short video. It's not a good video. I'm aware of it. Holding the camera in front of the computer screen, showing some little snippet clips from a video from last night that my pal SABO did. It's interesting. He's a pal. I should just do a video on him and our relationship and all that. I met him years ago. He's also a former Marine and a Marine veteran. He was a tanker at the same time I was in. We didn't know each other then. And back around 2015, I saw these posters he was putting up at Ted Cruz all over the city. And I thought they were neat. And then some circumstances led to us becoming pals. It's a fun story. And then I helped him. And I don't agree with everything he does or says or some of his imagery with the art that he does and that sort of thing, but it's fun. And I did it more so because it was an adventure. And I'm a bit of an adrenaline guy, I suppose. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be climbing billboards. No harness or anything, and changing these billboards around. And I'll do a video on that, and I'll include some pictures. And Sabo's got a book now that he's shopping around the publishers, and I'm in it. And it's cool. Anyhow, he acquired one of my bands with a watch on it, and it's pretty cool. And last night he started his video off, and then he went ahead and I got an email I got to check out here. Anyhow, so he did a video, like an unboxing, and he talked about it in his video, and he talked about a lot of other stuff. And I mentioned that as you watch the clips. He gets into art history and all that, but he does talk about me quite a bit in the video. So if you're curious about me and what we did, some of it's not accurate. I mention it as the clips are going, but it's fine. He's normally kind of tongue-in-cheek, having a good time. And if you guys, those of you who are like ardent conservatives, Republicans, and all that sort of thing, you should know who he is, and you might want to subscribe to his channel. He's on there like at least 3 nights a week usually. And I mentioned in there, he's got regulars that watch, and it's not a lot. He used to have thousands of subscribers, but YouTube took him down. We all know why that happens. And now, so he's trying to build it back up. But he's kind of a heavy hitter. He's personal friends with a lot of big time people, both in the journalism world, the art world, the political world. He's known. He's spoken at CPAC and all that stuff. This is about him. And I got to tell you, the watch in the band looks really good on him. That's the main reason. I'm so glad because I can grab these little screenshots for myself. It's great advertising. Anyhow, that's it. I hope you enjoy this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, what you're seeing here, I'm going to do a bunch of clips of SABO. He's a well-known, if you're into this sort of thing, street artist, conservative street artist. He's a pal of mine, and he's got one of my watches. So he unboxed it last night, and he talked about it.
Packed in there.
Talked about it quite a bit.
Okay, now this is what we have so far.
I'll move this along here.
Smells like leather. Wow, what packaging is this? Woof.
Wow.
You really packed this thing good. I don't have my glasses, but this is really nice. It almost looks like a Rolex. It is a dive watch, sapphire crystal. Wow, you know what? This is a nice watch. He showed me that there was color on there, and that really kind of turned me off. But I didn't want to say anything because I thought it was like yellow and orange, but no, it's just orange, and I'm all right with that.
So I'm going to move this forward. He's going to get one that's black. We talked about it last night. He just prefers that. Let me just, it's
and I can see how he put it together. I wonder where he got the design from.
It's my own design.
But the cut is really good. The coloring is great. It's dark on the inside as well as the out. I really like that. When I wear it, I'm not going to wear a ring. because I don't like wearing jewelry. I don't like wearing too much stuff. And
He'll blather about a lot of other stuff here. And then what I like is it looks good. It just looks good on, you know. Now he's talking about a lot of other stuff throughout this. So let me pause you and find where I want to get him talking.
and I'm not the only one. I think that's because you can buy a watch that costs as much as a house. But this is a really solid watch, band, and watch. He really got into watches recently. And I told him he better watch his ass because you can buy a watch that costs as much as a house. And you don't want to go there.
I'm going to put a link to this complete video for you guys if you want to watch it. A couple of times a week he gets online and he's got a few friends basically, and he's just talking to them. He used to have more followers, but YouTube closed him down, and he's just now back on here. Again, he is political. He's highly conservative and talks a lot of smack. It's not. I don't want to listen to that stuff. I mean, he's my pal, but when we talk, we don't really talk about that stuff. But it's his world because he's, again, a conservative street artist. So I'm talking to him here, and you know, we don't need to listen to me talk. But later he starts reading the comments and then starts getting back into the watch. And let me pause what I'm doing here and find those spots for you.
Politician, I forget her name, with the Halloween billboard. What the fuck's her name?
He's talking about me here. This is, look, if you guys are curious about some of the things I've done with this guy, watch this video.
It's a manly watch and beautiful. Yes, it's nice. Very beautiful. Very nice. Very manly. And I'm not putting Mike Z down one bit. I'm just saying, if it's a good looking hoe and she wants to bang, I may be in trouble. I may.
He's just joking. I did a lot of hits with this guy where I would climb up billboards at 3 o'clock in the morning with no harness and make them happen. And I got to the point where I didn't want to do it so much. And he would call me like the day before, and, you know, I was working and I had other things to do. I think one time I had a date, and it kind of bummed him out because he wanted to get something done, but I just wasn't. If I worked with him, I couldn't work the next day. That's just how it is. Because I couldn't get to sleep when I got home, and just, you know, you'd be up all night, and it just didn't work out. But he's funny about this. Let me find some more spots.
I don't want any antidepressants. The watch is made from SABO parts, samurai case and bezel, SABO NH36 movement, sapphire crystal, screw and lock crown, 200 millimeter water resistant. Wow, that's a mouthful. Nurse Nettie.
It's actually a Seiko NH35, and obviously it's just 200 meter water resistance.
I'm back SmackDown. Michael Z, where can I get a watch band like that? I do like it. Cool. AFC 1885. I miss the days when the police would make.
So he basically, his whole video is him interacting with the live comments. So he'll talk for an hour, but it's not just off the top of his head. He's getting questions and he's answering them from people. That's kind of his thing. And it's, you know, there's like ongoing little subplots and stories because it's the same people there all the time. Again, I can't watch this all the time. He's my pal. We'll just talk on the phone. But you guys might find it interesting.
Lumps and set you on your way. I'll give you a few lumps. Gave me a prescription for, and it feels it. Dude, Charlie. So he proceeded to tell me he had prescribed lithium for his wife's PMS and it worked. So he gave me a prescription. And it feels it. Dude, this is a solid band. I'm not bullshitting you. Let me, son of a cunt, motherfucker. Shit. God damn it.
Oh, he cracks me up. Okay, now look, this part that's going to happen here is I forgot about this. I watched this last night. And I said I'll come up in the morning and I'll get some of these clips. But he's going to pull out a watch cuff here, and I went to this guy's website, and his cuffs are, $300 or more. And Sabo's going to compare what he bought without a watch on it to what he's wearing right now.
Okay. This is the other band. Okay, this is the other band here. And I'm going to take this watch band off. Holy fuck. Right off the bat, you could tell that this band is a shit ton thicker. It's a lot thicker. You can feel the difference. I mean, you can really feel the difference. And this one looks like he jumped on a deer or an elk and fucking killed it and made a fucking band out of it. This one looks like some guy from New York put it together.
So mine is bison hide. I think it's like 3.7 millimeter thick bison hide, plus it's backed with a thin layer of calfskin, cowhide. And I think he's comparing it to just a straight up cowhide leather cuff.
And it looks a little fancy schmancy, but it's like, it feels weak. This one does not. This one definitely, that's a deer on the back and the elk on the front.
He's totally wrong.
That's crazy.
Don't know what he's talking about.
Let me see here. It's about the toughest band. Yep. Interesting sibs. Fox Charlie, until I started walking into walls. Never good, never good. After my little fiasco with Ask.
It gets funny. But I like that he's talking about the watch. I didn't expect this, and it's pretty cool.
Legal shit, and there's 1,000 of them to every cop.
Okay, one of my favorite things about Sabo is to do. I'll get on one of his videos, and I will just jump it like every 2 minutes, and it's hysterical because he talked about so many different things, and I don't get anything out of it other than hysterical laughter. let me jump ahead here.
My only medium of choice was the camera, or the camera's a hard one because the camera does a lot of work for you.
I want to add this here. He gets into art and art history and comparing himself, and he talks about the difference between the mediums of the great painters compared to what people are using today with digital art. But he mentions Mondigliani and Picasso, and I don't know if he talks about de Kooning. He doesn't get Jasper Johns, and I don't either. But this is a really good video. I don't like a lot of his videos, not because I don't like him or necessarily. It's just that he's talking about things with people that I don't know anything about. But in this video in particular, it's pretty good if you're into art and art history, and if you're curious about me at all, which some of you are because you're here. There's a lot here that I'm not showing you because I don't want this video to go on and on and on. You can watch it. I just want to see if there's anything else that he talks about with the watch before I let you go. So hang on.